Good morning. Welcome to the party, pal. Your friendly neighborhood master Cass here. I hope you're well. Welcome to your new favorite morning show, all about movies in every way, shape, or form, physical, streaming, theatrical, or otherwise. I'm sure there's another way I can't think of right now. VCD, Laserdisc. We may touch on Laserdisc. I don't know. I hope you're well. Thank you for joining me. Remember to boop the like button because this is your ticket to this show. If you're new here, do consider subscribing because I'm going to come at you here on YouTube 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with a 1-hour live show just like this. If you're watching live, thank you for being here. You are part of the show, so chime in and you can be part of the conversation. If you're watching in a replay, I have put timestamps so you can go scroll through the timeline and find the spot that you would like to start at. And, that's fine. You don't watch the whole show. It is a variety show. I'll be covering a lot of things in every episode going forward. This episode specifically, we're going to be reviewing the first two VSL releases from Vinegar Syndrome. That is Flesh and Fantasy and either I said it was Curucu, but it's Curucu, Beast of the Amazon. Also, I'm going to give my final thoughts, aka rant, on the Ray Dennise Steckler Box Set. I figured I might as well go out with a bang on that box set. Speaking of box sets, I have a special unboxing, a mystery unboxing that's going to be happening towards the middle of this show. And then I'm going to bring you a review of a couple of new films that are currently in theaters and that have, I think for the most part, fairly impressed me, and I think I should put them on your radar. So, without further ado, check out this snazzy new intro, and let's get to it.
I love movies.
I love movies. You love movies. We all love movies. Now, I want to keep the show to an hour, nice, concise format. By the way, if you've ever watched anything on my channel, it's all here. This is basically the home of everything. Mail Day Monday, Master Chaos Theater, anything, a rant, anything that you've ever seen on my show, on my channel. I've now decided to condense it into this hour-long, 3 times a week format. I think it's more fun. I think it's more dynamic, and you get a nice, you get everything you liked. You get more of it, and you get it more condensed. And I think it's easier to survive the day with so much content out there if I give you something you can all sort of enjoy with your coffee or whatever. Web Kaiju in the house. We get snuggles. You get snuggles, but only on Patreon. That's something I'm adding. Midlife Media, what's up, my man? I hope you are well. Brandon Lewis in the chat. What's up? Yo, Mr. Bones. Good morning, Paul. Good to have you here. Mr. Bones likes movies. That's fantastic. I'm glad to hear that. Brent says good morning and good afternoon. Yes, and happy President's Day to everybody who's watching today, Monday, February 20th. Is anybody off work? I mean, I don't know if I'm so out of touch. I know schools are out, but I don't know if normally it's a federal holiday. So if you're off work, let me know. Or if you're watching at work, let me know. Or if you're watching in bed with a cup of coffee, let me know. I'd love to know that. It's so great. Abandon all conceptions of the soul. So happy to be able to say thank you very much for the great content. I thought your behind-the-scenes vlogs were amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. More coming. I'm making at least 2 movies this year, and I will be bringing unprecedented behind-the-scenes fun. So stay tuned for that. Justin says, finally got my VS January order from Beyond 4K's excellent looking. I will get to the grave and sworn to justice later. Nice. I hope you like it. It is. It's a variety show. It's a little bit of everything. Spiced up like a nice latte. Paul Medina, what's up, my buddy? Brian, what's up? I already had my coffee, but maybe I'll have another with you. I'm off with my school observing the holiday. Nice. Very cool. Yes, grab another cup, my friend. Don't worry, I won't tell anybody. Paul says, yeah, no work today. Post office. Oh, sweet. Okay, great. Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying your day off with me. All right. We've got a lot to get through. So, I don't know. I'm actually gonna have to probably move stuff. My my to-do list for this episode is massive. I'm already planning the rest of the week. So, a couple things I want to mention. I did something yesterday that I never do, and something that I tell people not to do, but I did it. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is because I'm pretty sure I might forget it. So I don't want to. I don't want to just leave you hanging with that little bit of info. So I'm gonna show you something. Put this on your radar because you might be interested in knowing all about this. What did I do? Was I a bad boy? Kinda, but I had to do it. We're on the Vinegar Syndrome webpage. I hate to admit it, I paid full price. I paid full fucking price for a Vinegar Syndrome title. This is why. For those of you who are interested and don't know, From Beyond, 4K, with this, fairly busy slipcover, is selling out fast. When I bought it, it was at 800. Now it's at 563. This won't last the week. If you're interested in From Beyond, grab it. But because of the shipping, because I'm not a subscriber anymore, I was like, well, the shipping, maybe is there anything else I want? And so I decided to buy another thing at full price. Biozombies. This is one I'm definitely going to be buying. I was going to be buying during the sale anyway. It's in stock at the moment. But From Beyond, obviously, a bigger title. From Beyond had 7,000. This has 6,000. Now, what are the chances that this sells out? It's hard to tell. It probably would have been in stock. But I didn't want to have the same situation a month from now. Say, oh shit, Biozombies is under 1,000. Damn it. Then I would have to pay for shipping again. So I said, fuck it. I want it. I'm just going to buy it and just pay shipping once. So I paid full price for a Vinegar Syndrome title. Something I never do and something I tell people not to do unless you want the exclusive super slipcover and you don't want to miss out on it. Biozombies is a fun movie. I was going to grab that anyway. But yeah, it's on your radar now. Vinegar Syndrome From Beyond 4K. It's almost out the door. This may not even last till Wednesday. We'll check in on Wednesday, on the Wednesday show, see if it's still here. But for now, it is here. I'm going to put another piece of news on your radar before we move. I'm going to do news sporadically throughout the show. So it's not just one big chunk of stuff. Little sprinkles, kind of like a cinnamon on a latte. Out today, the 20th of February, you get two titles from Eureka here. Magnificent Warrior and Violent Streets. Magnificent Warriors, I've got this on pre-order. 88 Films put this out. Somebody put this out because I don't have mine yet. And I had to double check. And the cover's different. But anyway, so I'm getting Magnificent Warriors, Violent Streets. I want to see it. These are Region B, by the way. So if you're region free, you're good to go. So that's the good news there. So keep that in mind. Two little things for you to know. If you wanted to grab those, they are grabbable as of now. Noise says, I'm annoyed going to have to pay full price as well. Oh, well, got to break our rules on occasion. Absolutely. Justin says, the new 90-minute making of documentary from Beyond is great. Lots of great info and stories. And I've worked with Barbara and Ken and William Butler, who's featured in there. So I had to get it. Bumpy says he's off work. President Chaos. Yes, there you go. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so I wanted to put that on your radar because the Vinegar Syndrome thing just popped up. I'm like, yeah, people might want to know about that because that's kind of interesting. Now, I asked last episode for an AMA. I said, hey, if you guys are interested, in asking a question. Let me see if I can unlock it here. I can't unlock it here. I'll track that down. The question was, what is your favorite movie from your birth year? on my birth year, there was a couple, but that's the one that sort of jumped out at me. I'm going to do, I don't know if I could do 1979 year. I don't know. I know there's a way to do it, but search by year. I don't remember what came out when. You know what? I don't want to waste time here because we have so much to cover. I forget who answered it. I'm gonna be prepared for that next time on a Wednesday. So stay tuned. Hey, look, it's Young Rocky here. Stay tuned for that. I'll answer that question on a future episode. VSU. Let's jump into the VSU because I feel that's sort of the thing that most people are. VSL. I keep calling them VSU, guys. I'm sorry. I think I'm just not used to that name right now. I'm going to get my reviews set up here. All right. VSL. That's what we're talking about. Remember, if you're watching, drop a thumbs up. We've gotten the last two episodes to pretty close to 100 thumbs. And it's doing great. It's very successful. I'm very happy about that. But drop a thumbs up. That really helps the video, helps YouTube know that this is where the party is at. I want to keep this show growing. Okay. VSL, Vinegar Syndrome Labs. No, it's not a scientific chemistry set for everybody to play with. It is old movies, at least so far. So good. Or is it? Where shall we start? Let's start with, I guess, VSL number 1. Curucu, Beast of the Amazon. Lovely, lovely slipcover here. Probably one of their best looking because they used the original artwork. There's I think that was the reverse. The inside is just, a disc with the reverse. No added little features. I will say special features wise, it's a little light. You get a commentary track with Barry Forshaw and Kim Newman. And then you get an archival weirdo featurette with the director. It's Kurt. Is it Kurt Siodmak? I always mistake them because there's brothers. There's a Robert Siodmak and a Kurt Siodmak. So this is Kurt. And it's a weird 5-minute little featurette. I guess it was done for the studio about, I don't know, fear, horror. It was very strange. I'm not really clear on what it's a very strange featurette. But it's not talking about Curucu, which is how you pronounce the movie. Curucu. Because it's about the Curucu Falls in the Amazon. I always thought it was Curucu. Let's get into it. Curucu. Let me show you what this thing looks like, first of all. In case you're wondering, this is your monster. Yeah. It looks like ass. It looks like ass. I'm not going to blame anyone for not being a fan of that guy. But that's him. That's our monster, for better or worse. Certainly not the most attractive thing. The most attractive thing, of course, is this young lady right here, Beverly Garland. She's amazing in the film. Let's get into it. 1956. This action-adventure opus masquerades as a monster movie, and while it's not the movie you expected it to be, it doesn't necessarily disappoint. Amazon tribes are being plagued by a colorful bird-like monster. Is it real? Is it a curse? Is it a Scooby-Doo type movie? Well, you'll have to watch and find out. A mix of stock footage and on-location shooting and some rough green screen combined to make a jungle movie that is more interested in the journey than the destination. To be honest, I'm a little disappointed in it, but I did like what it eventually became. Fans of Creature from the Black Lagoon will have to look elsewhere, but fans of Tarzan and Indiana Jones will certainly have something to enjoy here. I don't want to give too much away about the plot, but it's not Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's all I'm gonna say. Curucu, Beast of the Amazon. It is in color, despite as I saw some stills online that were black and white for some reason. It is in color. It's not the cleanest print either. It's pretty rough looking, so it's not like it looked like it was released yesterday or whatever. Do I recommend it? 3 stars. I'm going to go 3 stars with Curucu. It's just, I like it because I like this kind of shit. I like 50s, 60s, 40s, cheese ball, sci-fi, monster movie type things. I love that era. It's my favorite. Honestly, I wish I was born back then. I would have made so many movies. Curucu, Beast of the Amazon, is just okay. I think there is some disappointment to be had, but overall, it's a fun little movie. For me, yeah. Justin says, I was expecting 2.5. I don't do halves. I don't do anything by half measures. And 3 for me is an okay. 4 is good. 5 is great. It's okay. It's okay. Do I recommend it for people who don't like that kind of movie? No, I do not. But there's a lot more to discuss with this puppy right here. In case you asked, did both of those have the VSL as the main screen? Yep. Just like the VSA, it's got the VSL cut out. You see the movie. It's weird. I don't like that. But it is what it is. Ragnar says, at least it has a nice slip cover. Yeah, for sure. I don't think I'll ever revisit it unless I forget what happens in it, and then which is what happened because I'd seen this before. Anyway, moving on. Flesh and Fantasy. This one is I would say is definitely more impressive than the average bear. Is that a word? I think that's a word. Let me show you the packaging before we get into the review. Here you go. Flesh and Fantasy. Not a word, a phrase. Murder by suggestion. You're going to kill. You're going to die. Unseen hands. Push him on. It's not 100% inaccurate. This is the reverse. Look at that cover. Look at that. That's like the most boring poster for a horror anthology I've ever seen. It looks like a Frank Capra movie. Anyway, there is that. The reversible slip is this thing. But I liked the original artwork, even if it was a little odd. Again, special features a little light here. You do get the commentary track with Barry Forshaw, Kim Newman, and you get Fate News or the Dark World of Julien Duvivier, director Christophe Gans, who made Crying Freeman, which is a really great movie. He sort of speaks about Julien Duvivier, the film's French filmmaker, and that one has a nice slipcover as well. Midlife says, luckily for me, or some would say unluckily, I don't like 60s and prior for the most part, so these aren't ever going to be for me. Oh, that's a shame. It seemed like you would enjoy these, but that's all right. That's all right. It's definitely going to be for a very specific audience, and I honestly hope they stay with this, but you know how it is. VSAs have changed very much. So let's get into Flesh and Fantasy. This one I have a lot more to say about, because it's definitely a much more impressive movie. Flesh and Fantasy from 1943. This classy picture is a phenomenal anthology from the Universal Studios vaults, and it's one that I was shocked to say I only just recently discovered and should be more well known. The film offers a weak framing device of two friends sitting around and reading tales of the fantastic to each other, but the stories themselves are really where the more rewarding aspects lay. So this movie's kind of like a creep show where these one guy's like, oh, I'm nervous about something, and a friend's like, oh, read some creepy stories with me, and they're just sitting around some, I don't know, men's club or something, and they're reading from like this spooky book. That's basically, what's happening in this movie, at least as a framing device, which is important because this is an anthology, which is unique because this is I think this is the first American anthology. I think this beats Dead of Night. I think they said it beats Dead of Night by a year or something. Anyway, let me continue. There are 3 stories. One involves a young woman who considers herself ugly and decides to wear a mask during Mardi Gras to woo the man she loves. But to really gain his affection, she must love herself first. It's rare to find an anthology installment that has a positive outcome, but here you are. The second and third story run smack dab into each other, with the first one focusing on Edward G. Robinson's obsession with the murder that a fortune teller told him he would commit. A fortune teller, by the way, played by Uncle Billy from It's a Wonderful Life, and that's amazing. Now, Edward G's story ends right as the third one begins, and it brings us into the story of a tightrope walker who has visions of his impending doom. upon meeting the girl of his dreams. Isn't that always the way you get close to meeting the girl of your dreams? You're like, hey, all right. Like, oh, shit, I'm going to die because my life is climbing ropes high up. I wouldn't recommend it as a job. It doesn't seem very good. I wouldn't call this a horror anthology, as the only real horror story is the middle one with Edward G. Robinson. This is definitely more a look at fortune-telling premonitions gone wrong. It's incredibly well made, with crisp black and white photography and really inventive camera trickery. The stories may not deliver the acid punch that we're used to in short subjects, but as one of the early anthology films in the history of cinema, it's a historical artifact and a pretty damn good picture to boot. Look at that image. I mean, I pulled those from Vinegar Syndrome. It's a beautiful looking black and white film. Of course, it's a little grainy, but it is what it is. I loved it. And just to be clear, I 100% think you need to own this, even if you don't like black and white movies. It's just a very well-made movie. 4 stars. 4 stars for Flesh and Fantasy. Now, the reason it doesn't get 5 is because the last 2 stories kind of mix and it gets a little weird. It was like, wait, what? Okay. And then you're not really sure where it's going. It's it's an interesting choice. Not terrible. It doesn't ruin the movie. But I was like, I don't know, that threw me a bit. But I liked it. And 4 stars is a good damn review. Flesh and Fantasy, it gets pretty high marks when it comes to Vinegar Syndrome anyway. 4 stars. Okay, so that's the VSLs. I would recommend Flesh over Curucu. But, your money, your choice. Those are my 2 cents on the VSUs. Braveheart says, I got both of these, Flesh and Fantasy, just because Edward G. Robinson. I understand that. Justin says, I love Edward G., so if MC says it's worth it, I'll pick it up at the next sale. Grab it. Go grab it. It's good stuff. Ragnar's a fan. I love black and white horror movies. There you go. Ragnar says, or I should say, movies without color. I like it. All right. Those are the VSUs. Now, I again, highly recommended on those. I'm going to lock that off my list. I did want to put this on your radar real quick. We're closing in on the 30-minute mark here. Wow, time flies when you're having fun. This Wednesday on Lennon Hawk's channel, Do Me a Flavor. I don't know if he hasn't put the placeholder up yet, but you should come hang out. Super Booby Movies, my most successful panel show yet. Episode 2 over there on Lennon Hawk's channel. We're doing Jailbait with C. Thomas Howell and Traces of Red with the sexiest actor alive, James Belushi. That's episode 2 this Wednesday, I believe the 22nd. Yes, the 22nd. Now, followed up by that, on the 26th Sunday is a new panel show, a rebranding of my Full Moon Fright Club. It is Guilty Pleasure Gang. Oh, yeah. The gang is back. You're going to see TC on there and LD and Lady Shasha and a couple of new members. We'll be talking movies that aren't necessarily great, but are guilty pleasures. It's my turn up. First, for episode 1, we're talking Demon Wind and Demon Warp. 2 movies that are phenomenal, but not necessarily masterpieces. So put that on your radar. The 26th, next Sunday. Don't worry, I'll be mentioning this one again. And I'll put the placeholder up on Friday so you can get notified. Then on the 28th, again on this month, February, Dork 6, All the Clothes of the Dork, episode 6, hosted by me. I'm going to be joined not only by Jeff Mandel, the director of Elves, as well as the regular panel, but also C. Courtney Joyner, who does a lot of commentary tracks. He's also a filmmaker and writer as well. You know him from Puppet Master 3 and Transfers 3 and things like that. He is the man. He'll be joining us discussing Black Rat and I Like Bats. Lastly, over on Tony's channel, March 1st, oh man, Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel Goes to the Dogs. It's going to be disgusting, but I hope you'll join us for that. Oh, man. I can't wait, but I also can't wait. Demon Wind is out from VS. Yep, it absolutely is. There is no slip on it anymore, but it is out. Paul says, super boobies, I'm there. Hell yeah, man. We'll see you there. All right, let's talk news. I have some unfortunate news to discuss with you. So let's just get right to it. I don't like to bum you guys out, but as a variety show, part of it is bringing you the news. I did put up a poll, and people seemed interested in the news, Hollywood news and shit like that. So, and I love that stuff, so I want to share it with you. This is pretty sad news. Richard Belzer has passed away. He was 78. Very iconic looking guy. I mean, you may not remember what you've seen him in, but you've seen him. He was one of those great character actors, lots of TV work, stand-up comedian. I actually have a book of his in my library, in my vault. I forget what it's called. It's about UFOs and conspiracies. He was into all that. It was pretty amazing. He was a big fan of the unexplained, just like myself. Richard Belzer, rest in peace. Let's see. Lorraine Newman says, I'm so sad to hear Richard Belzer's passing. I love this guy so much. He was one of my first friends when I got to New York to do SNL. Pardon me. I don't remember if it's here. Yeah, he was Munch. He was John Munch on Homicide, I believe, right? Yeah. I don't remember it was here, but one of his friends said, I don't remember where I read it. Here it is. That's the name of his other book. UFOs, JFK, and Elvis's Conspiracies You Don't Have to Be Crazy to Believe. I haven't read Dead Wrong, Straight Facts on the Country's Most Controversial Cover-Ups. I got to read that one. But anyway, he's got some books on stuff, and he's got a whole thing about JFK. Look at that thing. Wow. I didn't realize he was so into that. It's not here, but I read it somewhere. And a friend said, he had some health issues, and he wasn't doing very well. And his last words, and this will be my last words on this for Mr. Belzer, his last words were, and I quote, "Fuck you, motherfucker." Was it to his friend? Was it to the disease that took his life? I'm not sure. Richard Belzer, rest in peace. I wish you the best, and I'm so sorry to hear of your passing. I'm not sure if you are all familiar with Richard Belzer, but he, it's a shame. It is a shame. Steve, what's up? Greetings. Happy to have you here, sir. Justin says, sad news on Richard Belzer. Loved him as Munch. Yeah, he was great. That's true. He was in an X-Files episode. That's right. God, so many people were in X-Files that you forget about. Like, oh, shit. Anyway, Richard Belzer, rest in peace. You will be remembered. Thank you for all the laughs and all the years of entertainment. Sleep well. Something I want to highlight here, because I find this interesting as an industry person. We've had the BAFTA Awards. I'm going to hide this. We've had the BAFTA Awards. The BAFTAs are the British Oscars. And usually they're pretty good indicators to what's going to happen with the Oscars. But this year, it's a little weird. It's a little weird, man. I don't know that we can actually necessarily say, yeah, this is what the Oscars will look like. Let's take a look at the winners. All Quiet on the Western Front. I did not like it. I mean, it's a well-made movie, absolutely. Well-made film, but boring. Been there, done that kind of a thing. So, best film, Cate Blanchett, Tar, another movie I didn't really like at all. I thought it was cold, boring. I mean, the first 20 minutes is her basically giving a TED talk on music, and it's just like, what's happening? What's she talking about? I didn't like it at all. Elvis, Austin Butler, I thought he was fine. I thought he was good. I really liked that movie. So yeah, okay. Emma McKay, Rising Star Award. She's great. I think Emma's amazing, and I'd love to see more of her. She's basically Margot Robbie's twin. Makeup and hair. Director, Edward Berger. It is a well-directed movie. I will give it that. But I feel like if you're making a movie like that, it's kind of hard to direct it badly. I mean, I'm sure there's badly directed war movies, but I just feel like, the aesthetic of it lends itself to just like making every shot look badass. Production design, Babylon. Outstanding British film. We don't do that. We don't have an outstanding American film, but The Banshees of Inisherin, Martin McDonagh's film. I do like that movie. I think it's a really fun movie, so I think that's well deserved. I think that should have been Best Picture, but whatever. I mean, in terms of the British, compared to All Quiet. Costume design, Elvis. Sound design, All Quiet. All right. Score, I've no dog in the fight for score. Let's see. Documentary, I don't know that one. Special effects, obviously Avatar. Original screenplay, obviously Banshees. Animated film, I hated Del Toro's Pinocchio. I thought it was cruel and awful. And I'm not going to go into details as to why, but I did not like it. Did not like it. Outstanding debut by a British writer, director, producer, After Sun. All right, After Sun is another one I didn't like. People were blowing that movie, but god damn. That was not a movie I could get into. I like the performances, though. All Quiet cinematography, yeah. Editing, everything, everywhere, all at once, only wins editing. I mean, it had amazing editing. Casting, there's a casting award? That's weird. All right, Elvis. Film not in the English language. All Quiet won that too? Come on, not even Decision to Leave? All right. Supporting actor, Barry Keoghan, he was great. Oh, wow, this all went to Banshees. Carrie Condon was really good in Banshees. And then adapted screenplay, obviously, would be All Quiet. All right. It's certainly no thrilling upsets there. Just stuff that, obviously, the BAFTA is going to be a little more boring, a little more stodgy. And everything everywhere was shut out. Unfortunately, that hurt. To me, that's painful, man. That is painful. Let me make sure we have all that taken care of. Oh, hey, look at this. Amazing. Thank you, sir. Braveheart for $4.99 says VS should cut back on the People-Rama and do more of the VSL. Love those 40s, 50s films. RIP, Mr. Belzer. Braveheart, thank you so much for the donation. That really helps. That really, I mean, putting your money where your mouth is means a lot. So thank you very, very much. You are the man. And I am going to give you a fun little image. That's you. Thank you so much for your donation. It makes me very, very happy. And I'm glad you're liking the material. All right, let's rant. We're at the halfway mark on the show, so it's time to unload. Well, kind of. All right. I put up a poll on my community tab, and I was like, should I even talk about it? Because I hated it so much. Do you guys want me to just do a final burn it to the ground, or can I just not talk about it anymore and go on with my life? And most of you were nice enough to say, just don't worry about it, MC. Skip it. If it sucks, it sucks. But now that I'm doing the live shows 3 times a week, the morning shows here, I feel like I want to really do everything people wanted to see as much as possible. Unboxings, master guest theater, all that stuff's going to happen. But I wanted to give it to you. I didn't want to deny anybody a rant because I feel a lot of people enjoy that. So let's fucking rant. First of all, thank you, Flicks at Dawn, for allowing me to borrow his box set and keep it for such a long time. I apologize it's taking me so long, but this sucks so bad that it took me a while to even watch the ones that I did. There's like 2 discs and I'm like, fuck, nope, fuck, nope. Not watching it. This isn't an unboxing. I've already unboxed it. There is another unboxing coming. Special unboxing. I see it right here in the corner. I have to wait and see what that is. Special secret. Which is still available when you see it, if you want it. Anyway, I've covered most of these individually. By the way, YouTube, thank you for not monetizing any of the Steckler videos. Bloodshot, piece of shit. I don't know if I covered it. Sucks ass. There's 2 that I want to focus on. 2 films specifically that I want to focus on. The super burn it to the ground reviews for Hollywood Strangler meets the Skid Row Slasher and the Las Vegas Serial Killer. But I do want to mention a couple of the porn films I did watch. These are all shorts. These are like 50 minutes. Sucks. The most uninteresting porn movies ever made. Ever. Like, I'm not even kidding, dude. This, like, who the hell would get off to this? Awful. And they're all, like, Nazi themed. What the fuck is going on? And there was a whole other thing. Dr. Cocklove. And then he's got a movie on here that's 257 minutes. Fuck you. I'm not watching that. All right. Brace yourselves, friends. Let's take a look at The Hollywood Strangler meets The Skid Row Slasher. Special features wise, in case you're curious, don't be. You get an introduction by Joe Bob Briggs, audio commentary by Ray Dennis Steckler, audio commentary by Joe Bob. How much is they paying for that? Archival interview by Ray Dennis, archival interview with Carolyn Brandt, and then the trailer. Ooh. Oh, wait. The trailer for Las Vegas. What? The Hollywood Strangler Las Vegas. Huh? They messed up the name there. Anyway, Hollywood Strangler meets a Skid Row Slasher. Are you ready? Wait, let me get my notes here because I want to make sure. Yeah, my notes is just one word. It says sucks. No, I went into more detail. I don't know why, but I did. Let's see. Hollywood Strangler meets the Skid Row Slasher, right? That's the first one. 1979. That's the year I was born. I'll tell you what. This is my least favorite movie from the year I was born. So there you go. Sort of answered that question. Let's do it. Hollywood Strangler meets the Skid Row Slasher. Look at this thing. Oh my God. And it looks about as good as this image, by the way. It doesn't look amazing. It doesn't look 4K, 2K quality. No, it looks rough as ass. Rough as ass. Prepare yourself for a gutter trash silent film directed by the one and only Ray Dennis Steckler. This film, obviously shot without sync sound, is played largely silent with accompanying city sounds, random music, and narration from the killer's POV, which is provided vocally by Steckler himself. For better or worse. That's so bad. Basically, a dumpy-looking photographer guy that every girl wants to bang for some reason kills naked models. Now, there is a lot of nudity. That's great. But the movie sucks. At the meantime, there's another killer who stabs dirty hobos on the street. They kind of meet, but it feels like a Doris Wishman movie without the charm. Look at the quality of that. That's not too far off from what you get on this Blu-ray. It's insane to me, but whatever. Beyond some nice nudity, there's not much here. It's a rinse and repeat type of movie, and it gets old real fucking fast. It tries to be shocking and intense, and there's no other way to put it, it comes off pathetic. And I hate saying that, but that's just what it feels like. It feels like Steckler had a whole bunch of footage that he had to somehow join together with narration. It's basically murder fetish porn, and I personally don't like watching people get murdered without a compelling plot or character or real reason to watch. So, yeah, it's a pretty empty experience. Guess what I gave it in the chat? I'll give you a moment to gather your thoughts. Guess what I gave Hollywood Strangler meets the Skid Row Slasher, a movie on Blu-ray. Now, it doesn't say exactly what they've done to it. Again, obviously, they're working off whatever he had in his garage or whatever. But I'll just tell you, because we're running out of time here. Zero. Now, if you see it listed on my Letterboxd, I did give it a half because that's the lowest I could go. It's the lowest I could go on Letterboxd. Just it says 0. You're right. You got it. 0. Stupid fucking shit. Why would you make this movie? Why would you fucking watch the movie and go, oh, wow, this is really good. Let's put this out. No, nothing. Same old shit. Fucking guy walking around. It's all silent. You can literally fast forward. I did. You can fast forward through the whole fucking movie. He's still walking. He's still fucking walking. He's still driving. He's still fucking driving. Yeah, there's some nice nudity, but that doesn't do... dumbass fucking shit. Speaking of dumbass fucking shit, let's talk Las Vegas serial killer. This is from 1986. Well, it's a few years off from the last one. Did he improve? No, well, fucking course not. Look at the quality of this movie. Look at this thing. I mean, it is. That's not too far off as to what it's really looking like. 1986, like I said, this is yet another lame waste of time travelogue horror movie from Dennis Steckler. This time, well, we go to Las Vegas and we follow around a serial killer. But Ray seems more interested in filming random shit around Vegas. Have you ever been to Las Vegas? No? Well, watch this movie. It's basically like going to Las Vegas. Oh, look at this building. Oh, look at this, like, there's some trees. Oh. Wait, wasn't this movie about serial killer? Nah, that's fine. So much of your time will be wasted on this serial killer going to a bar and just walking around the Las Vegas Strip, or two random criminals enjoying an airplane museum and eating pizza. The horror serial killing elements are basically about 5 minutes of the movie's 76-minute runtime. I'm not kidding when I say that the movie it's frustrating. Okay, the movie is the fucking guy walking around looking at Las Vegas landmarks, and then there's two fucking criminal guys that are walking around, and then they go to an airplane museum. What the fuck are they doing at an airplane museum? What is this movie? What is this movie? And just go there, fucking get pizza for like 5 minutes. They're fucking eating pizza. Where's the serial killer? What's happening here? As you can tell, I didn't enjoy this one. This is essentially a sequel to Ray's Hollywood Strangler movie, so if you hated that, you're not gonna like this one. Odds are, if you love that one, you probably won't like this one. Because there's a lot less nudity, and that's the best thing about that one. One thing I'll say about Ray is that he can really cast a pair of boobs. This is actually my favorite girl in the film. She is the highlight, for better or worse. Shot exactly like Hollywood Strangler, this film is a glorified silent movie with narration to push the story, quote unquote, along. Again, the film feels like it's just bits and pieces loosely strung together, maybe shot over a whole bunch of weekends whenever the cast was free. I'm not going to knock that type of filmmaking. I'm just trying to knock this piece of shit because it was pointless and wasted my time. And I want to save your precious time. It's hard to stress how empty and uneventful this movie is. I would have loved it if it had been a really gritty and intense serial killer movie, but all the dead air in this movie really weighs this thing down. It makes it absolutely the equivalent of watching paint dry, except for her. Then we get to the ending where the audience would expect all of our disparate storylines to come together. And we get the biggest fuck you I've ever seen given to an audience. I'm done with Dennis Steckler. I never want to watch any of his movies again. And this is what prompted my community post to say, hey, can I stop? Can I please stop? 0, obviously. It sucks. Las Vegas Circle is the big shit. The two biggest shits. Why? Severin Films. I love you guys. I know you guys. Why would you spend time and money putting these movies out? Okay, now look. I love a good shit movie. I have a show about shit movies. I appreciate a shitty movie if it's entertaining, if it's worth your time. None of these, for the exception of Thrill Killers, one good movie in a box set of 20 or so. Why would you do that? Don't do that. I'm done. I'm done buying box sets for directors. I'm done. Party's over. Party's over, Rover. I ain't doing that shit anymore. So, there you go. That is my last 2 reviews on Dennis Steckler. Like I said, burn it to the ground finale. I'm done with this box set. I'm sending this to Flicks at Dawn. Well, today is obviously a holiday. As we know, the post office is closed till Tuesday. It's going to be heading back your way. Flicks, if you're watching, let me know if you have any of the 88 films. I had it here somewhere. If you have any of the 88 films, U.S. releases of the Shaw Brothers stuff, I'm going to send you a special gift for providing me with this. And by the way, if you want to send me a box set for review, something I'm not necessarily buying, I would be honored. I 100% would be honored. For example, the Violent Streets box set, I do recommend that, but I'm not buying it because I've got them all separate. So you don't have to do that. But, if there is a Christopher Lee 3, I'd be honored donate it to me for a couple months to review, and I'll send you a little extra gift as a thank you. You get a Master Chaos sticker, which is rare. Where do I have them? I put them here somewhere. Anyway, I'll show you next time. Done. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. What is that? That's Backstreet Boys, right? I'm going to sip of coffee, man. I need to cool down. I hope you guys are enjoying your Monday. Justin says, preach, unleash. I smell another zero. You got it. This stuff not making sense sounds like Steckler, and I've only ever seen incredibly strange creatures, which is actually fairly entertaining, but it's still not good. Heroic Waffles in the house. What's up, my man? Dude, I got to have you on a show soon. Reach out to me. Send me an email. Link in the description. Send me an email. Justin says he did enjoy his coffee as well. Bye-bye, Steckler. Good riddance. Speaking of Severin, let's keep this show going. They have a giveaway to put on your horizon here for better or worse. Worse, I would say. Birdemic box set giveaway. The only way to get it is free. How to enter? Follow us. Retweet this. Must be public. Include hashtag Severin Films in your post. The giveaway is going to run from the 20th to the 24th of this month. And then the winners will be selected on the 27th. The winners? Now, I'll say this. I love the first Birdemic. I think it's a really wonderful movie for what it is. 2 and 3 are absolute trash. Absolute trash, in my opinion. And this box set is a dud. That's why I didn't really cover it in any detail, because it's garbage. Garbage. I did review part 3, though. I did, and if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments. If you're interested in me going on an in-depth sort of covering all the details of this box set, I'll do it in a future episode. Leave that comment below, or you can do it live if you're interested in letting me know right now. So this box set is happening. Go over to Twitter, Facebook. They're all over the place. Instagram. And if you're interested in getting a free box set, this is the only way to get it. Do it. Do it. Brian says 7 box sets are very risky. Yeah, pretty much. Especially when it's shot on video bird movies. Captain Horror, what's up? My first ever Coffee with Chaos. Always a pleasure watching you stream, dude. Dude, always a pleasure to have you here. Ragnar says, I hate giveaways where they make you jump through all sorts of media hoops. In Sync. Thank you. That was it. It was In Sync. I don't remember. Yeah, In Sync. Bye. That's good. I should have that. No, I shouldn't have that audio because YouTube's going to fucking demonetize it. He did trademark the master of the romantic thriller. It's absolutely, that's what people, that's, James Wynn is known as the master of the romantic thriller, for better or worse. Yeah. All right. Let's talk box office because that's interesting to me. And that's something I want to do every Monday is talk box office. Who went to see Ant-Man? I almost did, but then my kids, who are really the target demographic, didn't want to see it. Remember the 80s? Maybe you don't. Or the 90s when a new movie would come out, whatever it is, you're like, oh shit, we got to see that. That looks great. Nowadays, everything is so, I don't know what it is. Maybe even the children are burnt out from superhero movies. My kids had no interest. I actually went to see Marlowe, which I don't have time to review today, but I will review on a future episode, so stay tuned for that. All right, let's take a look at the box office real quick. See how everything is shaping up. Ant-Man obviously opened first, but not very spectacularly. It looks like it's close to, from what I heard, it wasn't 120. I think they round up. I think it was 118, really, that it got for the 4-day weekend. I was counting Monday because it's a holiday. Ant-Man opened first, 120 million. Not a massive, haul, but fairly impressive for the most part. Avatar is still fucking in the game. It beat Titanic, guys. So right now, this is insane. James Cameron has Avatar #1, and Avatar 2 #3, and Titanic #4 of the top grossing movies of all time. 2 Avatar movies. Shit. Then the box office, the fucking top is going to just be Avatar movies. It's weird. People love this shit. I only saw it once. It's fine, but I don't need to ever watch it again. What did you guys think of Avatar? I'm curious in the chat if you guys were fans of Avatar. #3, Puss in Boots is still hanging in. Really fun movie. I liked it. It isn't making a huge amount, like 167 million altogether. I mean, it just goes to show you how weird the box office is. #2 is 7 million compared to 120. Like, all newer movies have basically vanished. Like Knock at the Cabin, they dropped that shit. Magic Mike dropped that shit. It's crazy. Even newer movies are suffering too. But wow, look at the disparity: 120 to 7 million. Insane. Anyway, Puss in Boots really good. I did enjoy that movie. It was managed to stay in #3 with 7.05. Magic Mike, didn't watch it. Not interested. Week 2, #4, 6 million. Knock at the Cabin, sucks. Didn't like it. I could give you an in-depth review down the line if you guys are interested. 4,059,059 for #5. 80 for Brady is 6. Titanic still in the game for with the re-release. This guy is still trying to pump that movie up. 2.9 million. #7, and it beat out new movies like Marlowe, which I watched. This one didn't do very well. It got savaged by critics. I will say I was not one of them. Missing dropped to 9 with 2.07. And then A Man Called Otto, which I don't think anybody saw really, with 1.8 million. Total of 60 million in its 8-week run. Ant-Man, no interest. But I will say next month, or next week, I should say, Cocaine Bear opens up, and I have a feeling it's going to give this movie a run for its friggin' money, man. I see it happening. Chester says, I haven't seen Titanic, Avatar, or Avatar 2. Wow, you're the one. Ragnar says, did you get the Scream Popcorn Bucket? I did not. Not yet. Still looking. Interweb says, Ant-Man was very confusing and cliche, but I still found it enjoyable. Okay, great. Oh, Heroic Waffles just emailed me. All right, man. I'll get back to you as soon as I'm done here. Heroic says, yeah, my kids had no interest. We'll wait till it comes to streaming. That's what my daughter said. And she loves Marvel. Well, she used to. Now it's like, nah. Nathan says, the last Marvel movie I seen was Thor 3. Avatar was not good at all. It was all right. Casey, you haven't seen Avatar? Wow. Dude, there's giant creatures in it. I'm shocked. That's your thing. Wow. Brian says he saw Puss in Boots twice. Woo, man. Obsessed with it. Well, that's great. I'm glad that they enjoyed it. It is a really solid little movie. Perrito will live on forever. I want to see a buddy movie with Perrito and Donkey. That's a movie. All right, guys, we are actually running out of time. I want to keep these Coffee with Chaoses concise to an hour, so I don't take up too much of your time, but I want to give you as much content as possible. I did have a review for Marlowe. I did have a review for Plane. Let me do Plane because that's what's on the that is what's on the thumbnail. So I want to get this out because I want to put this on your radar. But I'll tell you what the box set was, and I'll do it next time. I was gonna unbox Ghost Watch. This is the 101 Films release. Look at shiny. Oh, nice and shiny. I wanted to unbox this. Lots of goodies in this. Stay tuned. Come back next time, and I will tell you all about that movie. Let's do one more review because this movie really blew me away. And I want to put this on your radar because it's still in theaters. And I want you guys to, if you can, go out and support a movie like this because they don't make them. Remember we always say, they don't make them like they used to? They kind of do. This is Plane from, obviously, this year. Stupid title, excellent movie. A hybrid airplane disaster movie and die-hard hostage action picture, Plane delivers an undeniably fun ride. Gerard Butler is a solid action lead and delivers a surprisingly heartfelt performance. I love the scene at the end. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but he really sells the reality of the situation. The Gaspar character is a bit underbaked, especially not enough development for him to continue the franchise. But the addition of the mercenaries that lend a hand does also add to the diffusion of tension. And also, it kind of removes the action spotlight from our main heroes. So that was an unnecessary element, in my opinion. McClane didn't need any help. Just saying. There's something you should know. This movie is going to have a sequel. It's already been planned. It's called Ship. I'm not kidding. That's what they're calling it. They're going with the kind of simple vehicle, titles, whatever. So this is to set up the character of Gaspar, played by Mike Coulter. He's all right. He's kind of a non-entity in the movie. It's definitely, Gerard Butler's movie. 100% is Gerard Butler's movie. Beyond the weird plot point of adding mercenary soldier helpers, the movie was never boring, and it delivered a rip-roaring, old-fashioned action movie experience. This is what we all talk about. Why don't they make them like they used to? Why don't they make movies like they used to? Well, guess what? This is a movie just like they used to make. This feels like a good old, 80s into 90s action movie kind of hybrid. Yeah, there's some goofy parts, but then think about it. I mean, all those movies were kind of goofy action movies. Bumpy says, Plane was fun, reminded me of a Cannon movie from the 80s. Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like, and I love that about it. The movie knew what it was, and it was never boring. I think it slowed down a little bit when the plane crashes. Not a spoiler, it's in the trailer. But I love Gerard Butler in this. I think he's a solid action lead. I wish he was the main character of this franchise going forward, but it's going to be Mike Coulter for some reason, who to me didn't really make a big splash. But overall, go see Plane. It's still in theaters. Support movies like this. It's already getting a sequel. But hey, show them that you enjoyed Plane, and maybe they'll do something better or bigger. But the other one, we shall see. 4 stars. Plane. Yep. I honestly saw a trailer, like, fucking called it Plane. Stupid. No way. I'm not watching that shit. It was good. I liked it. I liked it quite a bit. 4 stars for Plane. Go check it out. It's still in theaters. Chester says, can't wait for Car. Part 3 will be Train. Absolutely. If they keep going, it's going to be Train. Yeah, Car, Bus. Well, I guess they can't do Bus. That's too much. That's too speedy. You can't do that. Is this a Saban film? I don't think so. I don't think it is. But I think it might be. Something just popped up. If you're following along with Disconnected, they did an award show recently, and it looks like Severin, Vinegar Syndrome is doing a sale on Deaf Crocodile titles. Let's go take a look at that real quick. This literally just popped up on my feed, so I'm going to let me just look for the label here. Come on. Where are they? Deaf Crocodile won Best New Label, and there is a sale on some of their older titles. So, Unknown Man of Shandigore, with the slipcover, $17. That's a good movie. I do recommend that. I don't like this kind of a spy movie. 20, is that a sale? I don't know if that's exact. No, that seems like full price. It seems like they're only offering it on that one. Yeah, it looks like it's just that. Yeah. Okay, so just Shandigore is on sale, according to this thing. I can't bring up that thing again. But anyway. Yeah, so flash sale on that first release. If you're interested, $17, $18, basically, with the slipcover. All right, gang. This episode has certainly run away with us. We've covered a lot. I managed to get in Plane, the VSLs, and our farewell to Steckler, and the Belzer news popped up. I had to cover that. I'll leave this for next time. So make sure to come back, subscribe if you haven't already. Please do that. I am trying my best to push the channel forward, to grow here. We're on our way to 2K subscribers, a little farther than I wanted to be, but we're there. We're getting there. And I gotta say this. Let me end with this. By the way, Wednesday, so stay tuned. Let me say this. The thing I love the most about this channel and this community, you guys are the most loyal, absolutely the most loyal audience on YouTube, in my opinion. Just looking at the analytics and the people who tune in, the people who come back, the people who respond, who leave comments and all that good stuff. I appreciate that so much. You guys do a lot in terms of making this a worthwhile endeavor, and I appreciate your time, and I hope you appreciate my efforts. My friend, I love you very much. I wish we could hang out longer, but I want to keep these concise so that it'll keep you wanting more. Much more coming up next time, Wednesday. I'll see you the day after tomorrow, unboxing Ghost Watch, and I'll be reviewing, and I guess I'll be unboxing as well, the Enter Santo box set from Powerhouse Indicator. That's coming your way, as well as most likely a review of Marlowe. If something else pops up, I'll be covering it live. Any new sales, any new Hollywood news that's interesting that I think you should know about, I'll put on your radar. That's why I'm here. So let's take a sip of coffee. One last sip together. I wish you well. Take care of yourselves. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Let's do it again, shall we?
Yeah. Y'all ready for this?